Hi there, students. I had a question from Punya to make a video about the word perception. Okay, so let's see. Perception is a noun. It comes from the verb to perceive. I think maybe we have an adjective as well, perceptive, but maybe the meaning's slightly different. Okay, so perception, this is being aware of things, being able to understand things through our senses, particularly through our eyes. Yeah, but to perceive, to touch, yeah, to be able to feel, to smell, to hear, but particularly to see. So it's the ability to notice or understand things, signals that come to us. But we normally use this word perception to talk about the opinions of people, how they believe, how they view things, yeah? Their opinion based on the way things seem. So what is your perception on this matter? How do you perceive this matter? Yeah, we need to change the public perception that politicians are corrupt. Okay, it's my perception that this explanation was extremely good. Yeah, the perception of of the public, how they view things based on what they can see, based on the things that the press tell them. Okay, so your perception, either your awareness of things through your senses. So some people have a very acute perception of pain, where other people perceive it less intensely. Yeah. But then again, perception, the way in which people regard something, the way in which they interpret it, their insight or their intuitive understanding of something. Okay, so perception. And if somebody is perceptive, they notice things very well. They notice subtle differences. That was very perceptive of you to notice the difference between those two things. If you're perceptive and you listen to me or look at the channel, you'll find all sorts of mistakes that I've made in the channel. Yeah? So, yeah, the perception of his senses, yeah, he was able to perceive a very, very small sound. Yeah. It is my perception that there is a genetic element in whether people catch COVID or not. Yeah. So human perception is a very complicated matter. And then the interpretation. Yes, very often a psychologist uses his perception of how somebody feels and how they view certain things to help that person. Yeah. Advertising plays a very important role in people's perception of a product. Yeah, so perception, the awareness, the understanding, the impression, the observation, insight, yeah, the recognition of things, their perspicacity as well. What he said was very obvious, and you didn't need a lot of perception to understand what he meant. Yeah? So our perception of reality makes us very subjective as opposed to objective. Have you noticed that your perception of time changes if you're having fun or if you're bored? Okay, so that's the idea. Let's see, to perceive and perception, I would give these a 5 in formality. Use them absolutely anywhere. And as to origin, comes from perceptio, receiving or collecting or comprehension from perceptus, perceived, observed. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Perception, perceived.